Hey guys, when it comes to employees, there are three types of employees in the job market. Which one are you? Let's find out. First, we have the takers. This is roughly 19% of all employees. You probably know someone like this. These are individuals that are hyper competitive. They come into the organization and they look for any opportunity they can in order to take. So if the organization is funding training or education and it benefits them, they will go ahead and load up on classes. They don't have an issue on leaving someone else disadvantaged in order to better themselves. And this also means that they're getting other people to assist them in their task. So they're going around and saying, hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do that? And all of a sudden they're leveraging like 3 or 4 people in order to get some of their stuff done. All the while, they're taking advantage of these opportunities outside of work. Takers are focused on their interests first. And this doesn't mean they won't help others. They will help others, but only if it benefits them in return. Takers also seem to rise quickly in organizations, but they also seem to fall just as quick as well. In the military, there are a lot of individuals that come in and their interests are in the forefront of their mind. How can I get the most schools? How can I be put into a position where I will get that campaign medal or I will get that Bronze Star? So people with this type of mentality are considered the takers. Next, we have the givers. This makes up 25% of all employees. The givers are placing others' needs ahead of their own. In a way, they almost treat people as if they were family. So they will drop what they're doing in order to provide assistance. So it's really easy for takers to take advantage of the givers. And if a giver is exploited for long enough, they could end up transitioning and changing into a taker themselves. Oftentimes it seems like the giver would be the ideal employee to hire in an organization or company. Finally, we have the matchers. This makes up 56% of employees. This is the largest category. And if you're watching this now, you are probably a matcher, statistically speaking. These individuals, they give and they take, but they're keenly aware of justice. So if they're giving more than they're receiving, then they will regulate that. They also recognize the taker, and they want the taker to be punished. So a matcher isn't really willing to go above and beyond. They want to keep the equilibrium. They want to keep things fair and balanced. Most individuals I run into in the federal government are matchers. They're willing to help you out to a certain extent, but they realize if they're always helping and dealing with everyone else's problems, that will leave them feeling drained. And nobody really wants to feel taken advantage of. Now, out of these 3 examples, surprisingly, the givers had the worst performance at work. And the reason for this is they're working and giving so much of themselves to everyone else, they don't have time for their own duties. So while they're rushing to help the takers, or maybe they're trying to assist the matchers, their own work is suffering. But they're sacrificing themselves in order to make that organization stronger. And because of this, they should actually be hired more frequently than the other 2 examples. But are they? Probably not, because a lot of companies look at your last annual performance review. And if you're performing below standard, it's easy to think that you are a below standard employee, when in fact, if you are a giver, you're actually making the organization better. Because the giver is always giving, it's easy to feel burned out after a certain period of time. And then you have to watch out for the fakes, people that want to portray that they're matchers and in reality they're takers, or people that want you to think that they're givers. And it is not as easy as looking at someone's personality. If you see somebody that's somewhat abrasive, you might automatically assume, well, this person might be a taker. And that's not the right thought. A person can be abrasive and they can still be a giver. Or a person can be quiet and reserved, introverted, and they can be a taker. So instead of listening or judging an individual based on their personality, if you're trying to figure out what type of employee they are, you have to look at their actions. Their actions will reveal what type they are. Now, I'm assuming you're a matcher, but if you're not, let me know down below. Also, what type of experiences have you had with takers and givers? I'm curious, let me know down below. Well, that wraps up my video on the 3 types of employees. Which one are you? If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave that down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.